Welcome to your weekly UAS news update. We have 4 stories for you this week, and well, they're quite interesting. First up, we have the FAA that abruptly shut down the airspace over El Paso, Texas, a DJI former VP that is detained in China, a new bill that gives Kansas City police the authority to take down drones, and then finally a drone pilot that faces federal charges after flying over a military site. So let's get to it. And first up this week, a major story out of Texas where a reported dispute between the FAA and the Pentagon led to the complete shutdown of the airspace around El Paso International Airport. I'm sure you've seen the headlines in the news. Late Tuesday, the 11th, the FAA issued a NOTAM classifying the airspace with a 10 nautical mile radius of the airport as National Defense Airspace. The order was effective for 10 days, and even authorized the use of deadly force. Now, this grounded everything, commercial flights, cargo, and even air ambulance operation. Now, according to the report from CNN and CBS News, the drastic measure was the result of the Pentagon's plan to test a high-energy counter-drone laser at nearby Fort Bliss. The problem was they hadn't received the final safety sign-off from the FAA, so the Pentagon reportedly wanted to use the lasers to target cartel drones that were crossing the border, but the two agencies had a meeting scheduled for a week later to finalize safety protocols. It seems like the Pentagon wanted to move faster, and the FAA basically responded by shutting down everything to ensure that safety of aircraft in the area was in place. The White House was apparently not informed. Once they found out the next morning, the restriction was lifted after about 8 hours. In that time, 14 flights were canceled, and medical flights had to be diverted 45 miles away from the zone. To make the matters worse, even more bizarre, sources told CNN that the laser system was used a week before in incidents to shoot down 4-miler party balloons, which, whatever. Let us know what you think in the comments about this one. Just, bizarre. Next up, some big news from inside of DJI. The company's former VP of sales has been criminally detained in China on suspicions of accepting bribes. The executive, only identified by his surname, Yuan, was in charge of DJI's global sales operation from May 2019 through May 2024. Now, according to the report, he's suspected of accepting huge amounts of money through illicit deals involving channel partnership and order allocations. Now, this is different from the company's 2019 corruption scandal that was reported a while back, which involved employees taking kickbacks from part suppliers and inflating prices on supplies, leading to $150 million in losses. Total alleged illicit gains here have not been disclosed at this time, but Yuan's 5-year tenure covers the period of time during DJI facing that intense pressure from the United States, including being placed on that entity list. We talked about this over the years. Now, during this time, the company was navigating sanctions and building out alternative distribution channels. DJI has not yet commented on this with any public statement, but we'll keep you posted if they do. In our third story, Kansas City police could soon have the authority to take down drones during the 2026 FIFA World Cup. A new bill has been introduced called the Counter-Drone State and Local Defender Act. It could temporarily grant state and local law enforcement the power to intercept and disable drones that pose a threat. If passed, the authority would be active from March through September of 2026, covering the entire security window for the tournament. Now, currently, only federal agencies have the legal authority to use counter-drone systems to jam, seize, or shoot down a drone. The bill would create a pathway for local agencies to get that power, but it's not really a free-for-all if you're thinking that it is. Departments would have to complete mandatory training on federally approved equipment and then apply for authorization through the FAA, the Department of Justice, and the FCC. The concern here is that a rogue drone over a packed stadium could be used for surveillance, to drop hazardous material, or even just to create panic. This legislation could become a model for how security is handled at future large-scale events, like, for example, the Super Bowl. But we'll be keeping an eye on this one. And finally, a story that kind of serves as a perfect example of what not to do. A drone pilot in Maryland is facing federal charges after allegedly flying his drone over the Raven Rock mountain complex and then posting the footage on his YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with Raven Rock, it's often called the Second Pentagon. It's a hardened underground military installation that was built during the Cold War to serve as a backup command center in the event of a nuclear attack. And it's still active today. The airspace above it is classified as restricted national defense airspace. According to the court affidavit, a military official saw the video on YouTube and then reported it to the FBI. Investigators then traced the video back to the pilot, searched his home, and then seized the drone. He's now being charged with a knowing and willful violation of national defense airspace, which carries a maximum penalty of 1 year in prison. This is a reminder for all of us, as always, don't be that guy, which, by the way, we now have a shirt for. We'll see you in the premium community for Post-Flight. This is the show where we talk about all of these stories and then share our opinion that is not always suitable for YouTube.
A mysterious event.
Yeah, I came in and then you said there's a big TFR over El Paso. And then we'll see you on Monday for the live Q&A as always. Have a great weekend.